Hey, it's Eric Crawford from WDRB, and it is Tuesday, which means Satterfield, the Louisville football coach, met the media, talked for about 20 minutes, but we're going to kind of recap the big highlights of what he had to say here in just 3 or 4 for you. And one of the big developments with this football team at Louisville, with number 10 Wake Forest coming in here to Cardinal Stadium this coming weekend, is that the defense has really picked up. The big improvement has been that they haven't given up a lot of big plays, and a lot of that you can attribute to MJ Griffin coming in and really playing well for Louisville. But it coincides too with Scott Satterfield saying he was going to take a more active role with the defense, and he was asked about that at his press conference.
Yeah, I think we just looking at the whole overall situation there, and just trying to, as Ian, I've mentioned this the last few weeks. Just here's some things that maybe I would try to attack that with in a certain look. So maybe don't do that. Let's give up this and not that. I think that's the big thing. If you go back the last 2 weeks, it's really those big plays. I mean, I think that's really what it comes down to. And we talked about this earlier. Our defense has been getting great pressure. I mean, number one in the conference in sacks. I mean, what are we at 25 maybe right now? Right at the halfway point, close to the halfway. I mean, that's outstanding. It was just those over the top plays, and it really has just been that. Thinking about ways how we can keep a post player back there or a safety back, guys on top, make teams drive the ball. I think our guys have really done a really good job with that. You think about what Griffin's been able to do in the back end. He's got 2 picks in the last 2 games. Has been outstanding. He's been back there, and we haven't given him at that big pass play that kind of breaks your back. So I think our coach has done a really nice job the last 3 weeks on that side of the ball, and our players have bought into it. So, I just think, we've had a good plan as we've had that last 2 weeks.
Well, if the defense is much improved over the last couple of games, the offense has been just getting just enough done. It has not been what you would call smooth, and there's reasons for that. They've had some injuries, and not just to quarterback Malik Cunningham, who missed the Virginia game and came back for the Pittsburgh game. There have been some other injuries that they've had to deal with on the offensive line at receiver. They're just cobbling it together, and Satterfield talked about that challenge.
We've been battling on offense, I'll tell you that. We've had a lot of injuries on that side of the ball. You think about the offensive line, the guys that have been in and out of the lineup, running back in and out of the lineup, Malik in and out of the lineup, wide receivers in and out of the lineup. I mean, we've just been battling. I don't know how else to describe it. The thing we haven't been able to do, and I've been mentioning this, is just the big plays that we used to have, and we haven't had that much. And I think a lot of it has to do with injuries and guys in and out of the lineup. But I think we'd love to be a lot better, but what we've had available, certainly it's been okay. I mean, but it's not been, the standard what you'd love to have, but we're trying to get better. And, but whoever we got available, we'll go out there and try to get a great game plan with those guys, and hopefully they can go make plays.
Now, there was a little bit of a curious moment against Pittsburgh where we saw Malik Cunningham get his bell rung and have to leave the game. Brock Doman came in. That happens a lot. But then Cunningham came back and left again. Medical staff pulled him off the field. It was a little bit of confusion in there. Satterfield said that was all attributable to just what was going on, the logistics of the training staff and things like that. But he went on to say that he expects his team to need both of these guys down the stretch in the tough run of games that's coming up.
I think we're certainly going to need both guys throughout the rest of this season. We've talked about this schedule that we have remaining, and we got a lot of tough teams we have to play. And what we do offensively, sometimes you're going to get little dings here and there, quarterback-wise, and so you're going to need both guys. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, I anticipate both guys probably playing, as we throughout the season. Last week they both did a great job in practice of getting ready to play mentally, and that's the biggest key. And I think that's what will happen again this week.
Now, the injury report was more encouraging maybe than it was a week ago. Maybe Louisville will be a little healthier, and they will need to be. Wake Forest, of course, ranked number 10 in the nation with a very powerful offense coming in here on Saturday afternoon at 3:30. But for now, that's what Satterfield said on Tuesday. I'm Eric Crawford for WDRB Sports.